Hello everybody, Twisted here. Some of you may know me by Mac and Cheese, which is my in-game name. Today I'm going to create a video for Crowfall getting started. It's just going to go over what you should do when you first get in the game. The game does not do a very good job of explaining things right off the bat. So the first thing, Eternal Kingdom is your home base. Essentially, you can create your housing area there. Godsreach is your new player server, and Campaign is your seasonal server, if you will. They're usually about a week long-ish. For this video, we're just going to do Godsreach. First thing you should do when you get in the game is get your skills going. So you click on the skills tab, and then you're going to want to choose either combat, crafting, or exploration. I chose combat and crafting for this one. Exploration is essentially just gathering. It makes you more proficient in that. Crafting will make you more proficient in crafting. Combat will make you more proficient in combat. Just get those going, pick two of them, just whatever you like. Now we're going to get in here and we're going to create a character. For the sake of this video, I'm going to create a Fey Assassin. Just pick whatever options you like. Hit Browse Godsreach. Enter World. It drops you right here. This is the starting location for everyone. You can gather these mushrooms, which are gonna spew out either some dust and mushrooms, or sometimes they won't spit out dust, but you can gather them. You're gonna need all this stuff at some point. You're gonna find these chests scattered throughout the world. In these specific chests, there are tools, specifically the axes. Go ahead and pick up a few of these and a few pieces of the meat. And then you want to go over here to this campfire. Now here, you can cook the food, which creates a meat tartare. Now this will restore your chicken ticker. That's what we call it anyway. Which is your hunger meter. So just eat one of those when you get a little low. It's important that you do keep that up though. If you don't, things like health regen won't work if it gets too low. Next thing you should do, hit I, open up your inventory. You'll notice that you have some very primitive weapons. Just go ahead and equip those. Go ahead and equip one of the axes. Now that we have the axe equipped, we can chop down some trees. By doing this and gathering wood, we can create the other tools. And I highly suggest that you make all of the tools right off the bat, so we're going to gather up enough wood to do that. Shouldn't take very long. Wood is used to create all of the tools. Now these are just basic knotwood trees. It's very poor quality wood, but it's what you have around here. You aren't going to find any rarer materials in this zone to begin with. Your weapons, armor, and tools do have durability. They will break, and you have to create new ones. The better the tool, the longer it will last. So as you can see here, even if you do break your tool, you can still punch trees down with your fists. So now that we have some wood, up here we're going to hit J, and up here in the basic crafting station, we're going to create a hammer. It requires 3 pieces of wood. Just go ahead and do that. Hit a symbol, make item, and then take the item, and now we have a hammer. This will allow us to gather stone. we're going to create a pick, which will allow us to gather ore. Oops. And then we're going to create a skinning knife, which will allow us to skin animals. So now we're going to move forward since we've created those. You can continue chopping more if you want a more supply of wood for tools. Probably not a bad idea when you first get started. So if we go across this bridge, we're going to start to see some enemies, spiders to be exact. You want to farm these until you are between level 3 and 5. I would suggest level 3. Once you get past level 3, it will take longer to level up. So all we have right now is our basic auto attack. So we're going to go ahead and kill this guy real quick. Loot him. And then now that we have our skinning knife equipped, we're going to skin him. This will give us leather and meat. Excuse me. Leather is going to be used to create our first set of armor. So I suggest that you go ahead and skin all of these mobs that you kill, because you're going to need it. Let's go ahead and keep killing mobs. For the sake of this video, I'm going to skip the crafting and looting part, but as I said, go ahead and keep skinning them. So I'm going to go ahead and get to level 3. Few things to note while we're doing this. The leveling in this game is slightly different than others. So if you're killing a mob that's level 1, if you times that mob's level by 3, that's the level that you're going to get to be able to get to. So for example, these mobs are level 1, times that by 3. That means that you can get to level 3 off of these mobs pretty quickly. Beyond that, you can get an extra level or 2, but it slows down drastically. So if you find yourself grinding mobs that are a little bit too low for you, try to find higher level mobs. So if I were killing level 5 mobs, I could get to level 15 pretty quickly off of those. So you'll also notice that I took some damage here. What we're going to do is we're going to hit J again. We're going to go to basic survivalist, and we can create bandages using wood. These are just very basic bandages, but we're going to go ahead and create one. Put it down on our survival tray, and then we're going to use it. Wood is used for many things. You're going to be gathering. You should always gather enough wood to make sure you can at least make bandages and tools. The better resources you use, the better the tools and bandages you'll get out of those. So now that we're almost 3, we're going to start heading a little bit forward here and get ready to move on to the next area. Alright, now that we're at level 3, we can go ahead and start putting in our points. So every time you level up, you get 3 skill points. And since I'm an assassin, I'm going to go ahead and put them all into dexterity, but feel free to put them any place you like. You also get 2 skill points for your passive tree. If you hit N, you'll bring that up. mouse over the ability, see what it does. So for us, we get kidney shot. Let's go ahead and take that. And I like damage for this class, so I'm going to go ahead and take critical hit chance. And now that we have unlocked the branch to this one, I'm going to go ahead and take backstab. Oh, I need one more level for that. Sorry. Next level, I'll take that. So go ahead and head across this bridge. And you'll notice a brazier up here. This is the sacrifice fire, if you will. If you have extra items you don't want, or sacrifice items, you can throw them in here. So for the sake of this, we have some spider meat, we have some mushrooms, and this item is tagged as a sacrifice item. So if we put those in there, we'll get a little bit of experience, which is always nice. Now I am on the test server, so you're going to see some things like this. You won't see these if you're on the live server, but just ignore those for now. So we're just going to head on up here, and you'll see this big portal. This portal will take you to the temple, which is your faction's base. Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is find the general crafting stations. Now if you come up here and you head to the right, you're going to see a bunch of vendors and crafting stations just to the right here. So these are the general crafting stations. So if you click on it, you'll notice that you have more recipes available. Blacksmithing will allow you to create intermediate weapons. So currently we just have primitive daggers. What we're going to want to do at this point is create new weapons and a set of armor. So if we go down to leatherworking, we can create intermediate armor using ore, leather, and ethereal dust. Ethereal dust is used for just about everything. Now we're going to take